When I felt secure, I said, I will never be shaken. Lord, when you favored me, you made my royal mountain stand firm, but when you hid your face, I was dismayed. Once, David was confident that when all his own affairs were successful and flourishing, he would not be shaken in the matter of serving God and in that faith. How is it? Why is David telling such a story now? It is to speak regarding faith. In short, it is to speak regarding where such faith comes from. At first, David thought that such faith was originating from himself. But it turned out, upon knowing, that it was not so, and it was only God's grace. Lord, when you favored me, you made my royal mountain stand firm. Here, made my mountain stand firm can be translated again literally as established power toward my mountain, or established strength toward my mountain, or established firmness toward my mountain. What does this mean? Usually, in these psalms, mountain points to Mount Zion where God's dwelling place is, or points to that heaven. It is the same here as well. Here too, this mountain points to that heaven where God resides. In short, here strength toward my mountain or firmness toward my mountain can be seen as pointing to my strong faith, firm faith toward that heaven. But who says they established such strong faith, firm faith toward heaven? It is that God established it through that grace. In other words, the firm faith and strong faith toward that heaven that David himself had were only because God bestowed grace. Rather, such faith is God's grace, originating from God. When you hid your face, I was dismayed. Here, hiding the face points to a situation where God does not bestow grace and as if he is left, as if he is hidden. Also, here dismayed or troubled means to be surprised, to be flustered. In short, this word means that if it were not so and if God had not bestowed any grace to David himself, perhaps David would have been greatly surprised and flustered in that faith. In other words, David, in that faith, would not have been firm or strong, and would have shaken and wandered. While saying, does that heaven really exist? It's questionable. In conclusion, this faith is only God's grace and God's gift.